Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat himself, showing. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat himself, showing that he did indeed know all the tricks needed to defeat Kurt Angle. Whoever thought that a loose boot could ever be so helpful? A fantastic win in a very special matchup, and Eddie Guerrero remains WWE Champion at WrestleMania 20. For our next match, we go to the very next year, and WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles, California. The card was loaded from top to bottom and would feature the first WWE and World Championship victories for two guys named John Cena and Batista. Ever heard of them? But also on this night, a dream match of the highest order was set to take place.
suck. Che ricordi? You suck. Chi si ricorda? La piada per il culo a Kurt Angle. You suck. You suck.
In a world where dream matches don't always live up to the hype, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 far surpassed it. Nearly a half hour of a hard-fought battle with Kurt Angle earning the highlight submission of his career, getting Shawn Michaels to tap out to the ankle lock. But Shawn Michaels was far from done. 4 years after the spectacular encounter against Angle, HBK would find himself set for another dream match. But this wasn't a rivalry that exploded out of nowhere. And this wasn't against a superstar who looked to match Michaels move for move. At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels faced a man with whom he'd crossed paths many times. The Undertaker. A matchup that would completely envelop the WWE Universe from the second it was announced. Two of WWE's longest tenured gladiators, they had engaged in battle many times before, but it had also been quite a while since they faced off one-on-one with any real stakes. Classic battles between the two during the Attitude Era saw the birth of the Hell in a Cell match, and a casket match so physical, it eventually caused Michaels to take a 4-year break from action. Every time the two faced off, it was an intense collision that saw the winner just barely skate by. Shawn won Hell in a Cell in the casket match at the 1998 Royal Rumble, but he never looked like the winner. At the 2007 Royal Rumble, all that was in the past. So when Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were the final two in the Rumble match, there was an awakening. The crowd roaring louder with each passing second. A back-and-forth clash would see Undertaker get the elimination and the Rumble victory that night, but there was unfinished business between the two. As 2009 started off, things fell into place. Undertaker failed to win the Rumble and came up short again at the Elimination Chamber, leaving him without any WrestleMania plans. That would all change when Shawn Michaels, now under the employ of JBL after a bad business decision, regained his independence and defeated JBL in a match where the winner would get the chance to end The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Now, Mr. WrestleMania would take on the event's undefeated phenom, and the world stood still to watch it unfold. Embracing light to counteract Undertaker's dark powers, Michaels believed himself to be the chosen one to earn that first WrestleMania victory over the Dead Man. Now, it's up to you to protect Undertaker's streak and take down the showstopper. Or will it be you that will be forced to rest in peace? As badly as the WWE Universe wanted to see Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker, it seems that the two WWE legends wanted it even more, both giving it everything they had, both using some old tricks and some new ones. But ultimately, it ended as all of Undertaker's WrestleMania matches had to that point: a tombstone and a huge win. But nothing lasts forever, and Undertaker was about to learn this very painful lesson courtesy of Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, you already know what this is about. Brock returned to WWE from the world of mixed martial arts in 2012, ready to conquer the world. A loss to John Cena would quickly derail the hype, but a rebound victory over Triple H at SummerSlam seemed to have the beast back on track. Still, Brock wasn't where he wanted to be as of the fall of 2013 approached, so he took a sabbatical from WWE. He'd return near the end of the year, demanding a WWE Championship match. Despite attempting to force the match, Brock was not given what he wanted. Instead, he'd receive an open contract for an opponent at WrestleMania. And this open contract would be answered by none other than The Undertaker, who would sign in Brock's blood after putting him through a table. It seemed impossible. Undertaker's streak was beyond legend, with names like Diesel, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels all proudly displayed on the list. Even someone as monstrous as Brock Lesnar was seen as an underdog heading into the encounter. But Lesnar and his manager, Paul Heyman, were confident that they had what they needed to send a shockwave throughout all of WWE. They knew that with a win at WrestleMania, the world would be Brock's. He wouldn't have to demand anything ever again. It'd just be given to him. And New Orleans, Louisiana was prepared to see two of WWE's baddest brawlers collide in the center of the ring. Would an F5 send Undertaker's streak spinning? Would Undertaker find a way to send yet another opponent to rest with the other lost souls? You're going to have to step into the most intimidating scenario in WWE history, competing against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You managed to protect the streak earlier. Can you now bring it to an end and leave everyone in attendance speechless? Quite possibly the most jaw-dropping result in WrestleMania history. The Undertaker streak ends at the hands of Brock Lesnar. The looks on the faces of those in attendance told us everything. Nobody saw this coming. Our next match takes us to the greater Bay Area of Northern California and WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Seth Rollins had been on top of the world ever since he decided to leave the Shield behind to do the bidding of the Authority. This move paid off instantly as he'd capture the Money in the Bank briefcase in July of 2014. Rollins was untouchable, protected by those in power, and with the knowledge that at any moment he could turn that briefcase into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. All seemed to be well within the ranks of the Authority, but the harmony would not last long. Randy Orton, who had been the Authority's top hand until Rollins joined the ranks, didn't seem so happy with the favoritism his former rival was now enjoying. This would come to a head with Rollins attacking Orton following a tag team match, connecting with his vaunted stomp to make it clear that their association was now over. The Viper was furious, attempting to get revenge, but never quite finding it. Another stomp from Rollins would force Orton out of action for a few months, with Rollins bragging about his actions the entire time. But at Fastlane in February of 2015, Orton would make his return following a six-man tag featuring Rollins, delivering RKOs to everyone who got in his way. But as luck would have it, Rollins would manage to escape unharmed. Orton made it clear he wanted one thing, and one thing only: Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Orton wanted to show the Authority they made a huge error in backing Rollins instead of Orton, and he was going to make an example of their new Golden Boy. The pressure's on. Can you humble Seth Rollins in front of an enormous WrestleMania audience? Or will this legend be the one you can't kill? The Stomp meets the RKO. Next.